breaking news now.
We do have breaking news.
The Supreme Court has just issued a ruling overturning Roe v. Wade.
In roughly half the country, abortion is, as of now, or soon will be, illegal.
The Republican Party made this devil's pact with a religious right, and now they've come to collect. Now this is going to be an issue in every single state legislative district in the country, and if not, we're going to make it one. Republicans, they spent $100 million last election cycle on state legislatures. We were able to get to $52 million, and so there's still a big financial disparity in terms of Democratic donors and the focus in Washington, D.C. around the states. And we're going to do everything we can to change that.
Do you think there's enough time between now and November to kind of do what you guys hope to do? Because you're up against 49 years from conservatives working on this issue.
Well, look, I think the best time for us to have started investing in state legislatures at the Democratic level was in 2010. But the second best time is right now. We, in this election cycle, are going to have a battle to preserve our majorities in Colorado, in Maine, and Nevada. If you're a Democratic donor in California, you might be sitting at home thinking, there's no way that they're going to overthrow 50 years of precedent. I just don't think it was real to people until today. We need to really do everything we can to say, this is the defining issue of the election. We're not going to let Republicans define the issues of the election, and we'll go after it. Now, certainly we don't sit in Washington, D.C. and say, you're in the 7,334 state legislative districts, this is what you need to talk about.
So let's say I'm running for state legislature. What is the advice you give them on Roe? What should they be saying?
On Roe, well, I'd say, look, go and door knock in your district and listen to what people are saying. Because I think what you're going to hear people say is that women are concerned about having fewer rights than their children having fewer rights than they did. So listen to the folks in your community, listen to the language that they're using, and then use that language. What we find often is we learn a lot from what the state legislators say door to door. And I think that now that we're back to door knocking, unlike in COVID, we're going to get a lot more information about what the natural language people are using about abortion rights.
You're walking around, you just told me you're 9 months pregnant tomorrow, 40 weeks pregnant tomorrow. And right now on your stomach that you have written, not yet a human. Talk to me a little bit about that message that you're trying to send.
Sure. This is still my body. This is part of me. I am 100% planning to deliver a healthy baby in the next couple of days, but it's my body until then. Life begins with breath. That's when the soul enters the body. And if at any point up until then there's a danger to the existing life, which is my life, that takes precedence.
But talk to me about the importance of this as a midterm issue for you.
I'm really nervous about, where this country is going in general.
Roe is on the ballot.
With your vote, you can act, and you have the final word.
This has always been a voting issue, absolutely. As a Catholic, I don't turn off my faith when I go to the voting box, so that does help inform every decision I make in my life, including voting. Had this decision not come down or it came down in the opposite way, I would still say it'd be a voting issue.
So what are the states that you're targeting for state legislatures?
Yeah, and there's certainly a big impact on abortion rights as you hear these states. So we're making sure that Democrats hold on to states like New Mexico, Colorado, where Democrats just codified abortion rights in the last state legislative session. We want to hold on to both chambers in Nevada. Typically in a midterm election, it's tough for us. The president's party typically loses seats. So I think this may have the ability to reverse some of those effects.
What do you say to the National Democrats? We're right in front of Congress.
Yeah.
The White House is down the street. What do you say to the National Democrats who haven't been focusing on state legislatures? Are you calling on arms? Are you saying, y'all come help us? Because this is where the work is going to be done?
Yeah, look, I think there are folks that think that maybe with some more votes in the Senate that they can get this done, but the federal government's not coming to save us. We're going to have to protect reproductive rights in the states. We've done that. We have a great record, like I said, in every single state where we have a Democratic state legislature. We've been able to pass abortion protections. The one Democratic trifecta of government that hasn't is the federal government. So this has moved to the states, and we need all hands on deck, resources and campaigns in order for us to win in the states, because it's just not realistic to think that the federal government's going to protect it. But look, the main thing that we need to do, right, is is communicate and not keep our eye off the ball, because in the times that we have in the Dan Helmer race in Virginia, we won that race, even though we might not have won statewide in Virginia, and I think some of that's largely because there wasn't message discipline on the Roe issue. In that district, in this New Hampshire district, and then in a special election we won recently in Michigan, the focus was on abortion rights. And so that gives us hope for the fall that this is an issue that's really going to break through. And if it's not breaking through, we're going to spend a lot of money trying to make sure with digital ads, direct mail, television ads, that it becomes the issue of the day.